Hey, this is Andrew Brown from Exam Pro, and we're going to learn how to use data factories to run a transformation job, maybe between our SQL and our Blob storage, because we do still have this set up from previous tutorials. So I'll make my way over to data factories. You just type in data factory at the top here, and you can see I have one there. It's right now deleting because I'm not happy with it. But what we'll do is create ourselves a new one. So I'm going to make a new group here, DP900 data factory 2. Okay. And here I'll have to name it, so we'll say DP900 Data Factory. We'll go with version 2. It doesn't like it, so I'm going to put a 2 on the end there. And we'll go to next. I do not want to use Git at all. That was the reason I restarted this, was because it was complaining about that. For networking, it's going to have a public endpoint. We have the ability to encrypt our data, which we do not care today. I'll go ahead and hit Review and Create. We'll go ahead and create our Data Factory. And we'll give it a moment here. It doesn't take too long to set up a data factory, so there it is. So we'll go ahead and go to resource, and the way we're going to actually access it, I don't know why they have the button here, but this is where it is. It's author and monitor. It's going to open up. Takes about a second, and here we are. So what we'll do is we want to create ourselves a new pipeline. We'll make it easier on ourselves. Go to the left-hand side, hit the plus, create a pipeline. And we'll say SQL to, what? It's a bit glitchy there. SQL to Blob. Okay. And we'll go ahead and save that. I think it, does it autosave? Yeah, it autosaves. So what we'll do is go on the left-hand side here, go to Link Services, click the plus. We need SQL. We have an SQL database, so we'll go here. We'll say continue. We'll have a connection string. We'll select our subscription, our server name, our database name. Our type is SQL authentication, Azure user, capital T, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can have always encrypted on there. I'll go ahead and create that. You can hit test connection if you're concerned that it's not working. I think we can click into it, hit test connection there. You get a nice little green, so that's all good. We want to put this in our Blob storage, so I will add another one here. We'll type in Blob. We will create that, hit continue. I don't care about the name, but what we'll do is use a connection string to select it as well. So we'll go down here, subscription 1, it's my storage account. And we will test the connection. And it's all good, we'll hit create. Cool, so we'll now go back to our pipeline, or our authoring here. We need a data set. Can we get that from SQL? We sure can. We'll click on that. We'll hit continue. We'll select our linked service, which is here. We'll select the table we want. So let's say we want to translate over the products. And we will go hit OK. All right, and so now we have our data set. Okay, and so we'll move on to the next step. All right, so let's go set up a transformation. So what we'll do is drag out copy data, and we will choose our source, and we'll say our SQL table, and we're going to want to put that into a CSV. Oops, I did not create our data set here, so we'll create a new data set. Go over to Blob storage here, hit continue, choose CSV format, so you can do Excel, JSON, all fun things. We'll choose our link service, which is Blob storage. This has to be the name of our Blob storage. I already forgot what it's called, so we'll go up here, make our way over to storage accounts. On the left-hand side, go into storage accounts. We need to find that container name. There it is. Go all the way back, put that in there, call that transform, and we'll say products.csv. First row is header. Sure, but we don't have any import schema. Because like you could have one in there and say, okay, this is what the schema should be, like have the headings in there so it knows what it needs to translate over to. But it's going to be a one-to-one mapping, so it's going to be something really simple here. So this seems all fine to me. Notice we don't have any schema. We could import one, but there's nothing to import. So we'll go back to our copy data. We'll choose delimited file, and we'll take a look at mappings. We'll import schemas. It's going to import the schema from the table. Here are the column names here. So as you can see, there are no column names, which is totally fine. And what we can do is go ahead and let's go hit debug. Okay, and so it's queued up. And now what we'll do is go ahead and validate. Okay. And it says it's been validated, no issues as of yet. We'll go ahead and publish. Yep, go ahead and publish it. And so now it has actually ran the pipeline. So what I want you to do is go over to your storage accounts, give it a refresh, go into my Blob storage. Now we have a folder called Transform. We have a product called CSV called Products. We'll go ahead and download that. Okay. We can go ahead and open that up in Excel. And there you go. So we just did a transformation. It's not the most beautiful transformation, but you can see that it's a very powerful tool. We didn't have to write any code whatsoever, which is really nice. So there you go.